So you guys know TikTok is literally the digital manifestation of cancer, right? Okay, because there's another challenge that's out there right now, which is basically pointing toy guns at random people and shooting them. You think that's gonna end well? Well, no, obviously fucking not. Somebody's gonna end up taking a fucking fat one, okay? Right between the fucking eyes, because obviously you point something that looks like this at people and you aren't gonna, you just eventually will find yourself in a bad situation, in a dark alley, okay? Around a corner, pointing it out of a vehicle, and somebody's gonna be fucking strapped up when you do that. And some people, hopefully, maybe you'll just get a little bit of surface damage to your Buick LeSabre, but shit ain't gonna fucking end up well for people. Police issue warnings about dangerous new TikTok challenge. A growing number of police and sheriff's departments across the United States are sending out warnings about the so-called Orbeez challenge. I don't know, I don't really care. Claiming that it is a dangerous new trend spreading via TikTok. They say that a challenge encourages others to attack unsuspecting individuals with the Orbeez gun, which fires gel pellets. So I don't know anything about an Orbeez gun or anything like that. It's, for all intents and purposes, a BB gun, an airsoft gun. Shoot random people. This is just the latest in a long string of stupid fucking trends, like what? The knockout game, a Tide Pod challenge, planking. None of these end up going well for people. Even the ice bucket challenge to a lesser extent, which I wish more people would have done in December in the Arctic, but it was a long time ago. This one, like I said just a short while ago, is going to get somebody killed. But also, if they got the idea from TikTok, that means that they are TikTok users, so fewer of them in the world is probably not a bad thing. Anyways, we continue to see teenagers discharging splat ball guns and at other people, even at innocent bystanders. I think that's the point of the challenge. Now we are modifying the beads to be more painful, probably freezing them. Just immediately comes to mind. As you can see, the attached photos from the incident in the court. On the cart path can be very painful and cause permanent injury. The department also wrote, attaching a photo of a boy whose face was injured in an alleged attack. Yeah, shooting somebody in the face with an airsoft gun. I'm not saying in my younger days with some of my friends and we'd have airsoft guns or anything like that, and we'd go shooting in the park or anything like that at each other sometimes. No, you definitely can't, cause any injury with people, especially if you're a pretty decent shot. I'm not saying that happens or anything like that, but shit like that happens. And that wasn't a challenge. Hypothetically, that was just a couple of bored kids after school, just hanging out, then ceasing whenever somebody would, want to use the public park as well, because theoretically, those kids who are out there playing, I know I can't get in trouble for any of this shit, it's just a joke, it's fun. Theoretically, you couldn't really involve an unwilling participant, because that shit's illegal, and it's stupid, and you don't want to get your ass kicked, or theoretically have somebody fucking pull out their concealed carry and fucking things end badly for you. Police in Volusia County, Florida, also told the New York Post that the officers also warned of a string of Orbeez shootings in the area, leading to 4 arrests so far. Good, arrest them, fuck them. Recently, deputies arrested a 19-year-old man. If you're 19 and doing this, they should freeze the entire container and then just mercilessly fire it between your belt buckle and knees. Recently, deputies arrested, a 19-year-old man who shot an Amazon delivery driver in Deltona. Listen, that dude's got a shitty enough job to begin with. He doesn't need to be harassed by some high school dropout, hitting him in the glasses and neck while he was driving his route. Why are you trying to shoot people in the fucking head? Listen, if it's a challenge and these gel pellets, I don't know. Like I said, I have no idea what the fuck good they are. If they're just gonna cause like a splatter on somebody, wouldn't you just aim like center mass in order to cause the most splatter or something like that? Or do you get more points for shooting people in the head? I don't fucking know. The same shooter also shot a random adult and a 10-year-old child in the face and chest. What a degenerate. Spin Master, which makes Orbeez, told NPR in the statement that child's product safety is paramount at Spin Master, and we are committed to providing children and their families with the highest quality. Yeah, whatever. Dude, and again, the wrong course of action, and it doesn't appear that anybody is calling or advocating for this. Don't ban the guns, just ban TikTok, let's be honest. Scenarios like this, like I've been saying multiple times in this video, will end up with somebody on one side of a conflict with a toy gun and gel pellets, and another one on another side with a fucking Glock. I'm gonna tell you who's gonna win that situation 10 times out of 10. It ain't the asshole with the silver and orange Uzi looking gimmick. But at least some people have been charged up for dumb shit like this. But somebody who should have been charged with something, or at least have the charges stick, is Matthew Dolloff. You guys might remember this from, oh my gosh, this one was a while back, and the trial was all scheduled, and he was charged up, and then all of a sudden, the Denver DA drops a murder charge against unlicensed security guard who killed a protester in 2020. This was one of the videos that, like, really early in my channel. This was probably like a month or two in. I covered this because we watched the video. Really... Like, this still is right before Dolloff, shoots Keltner right in the chest. He just drops dead and dies. There's an altercation that happens beforehand. Okay, Dolloff is backing up, pulls out his gun, makes one shot, and then, of course, if he was going to be using the self-defense, he did everything completely right in the situation. Put his hands up, put his firearm on the ground. But then more details come out about this. Okay, he was hired by one of the local news affiliates, okay, as a security guard. He was unlicensed to be carrying that firearm. Okay, he was out there as a proud leftist provoking a situation to happen, and then came across Keltner. They exchanged words. I think a shove from Keltner preceded this as well, and long story short, Dolloff goes for his gun. Keltner goes for his, well, the only thing that he has, his pepper spray. Dolloff's backing up out of the range of the mace. One party connects, and another one, well, doesn't face charges, let's be fair. Denver judge on Monday agreed to drop all charges against unlicensed security guard who shot and killed a demonstrator in 2020 after opposing political rallies in Civic Center. Not really. Oh my gosh. Let's see what I remember on this one. I'm sure they'll get into some of the details, which we could all use a refresher course on anyways. But Keltner, yeah, he was a hat maker in the area from the outskirts of Denver. He came down, as a part of one of the bigger protests that were down there in Denver. Antifa was roughing up the local park, and as they had for a minute, and mostly just carried through the summer as well. This, took place in early October, so even though it is Denver, it is October, it could be a little bit cool. It was still nice enough to go out there for a pro-Trump rally, I think it was, but Antifa was out there because I think the Trump rally was authorized to be there to begin with, and then of course the black bloc idiots just show up to cause trouble because we need to bash the fash and all that kind of fucking nonsense. But see what's up here. Matthew Dolloff, 32, shot and killed Lee Keltner, 49, on October 10th, 2020 during a confrontation between the pair towards the end of the day of demonstrations in Denver's Civic Center. Keltner took part in the conservative Patriot rally gathering, which was met by left-leaning counter-protesters. Left-leaning, Antifa. Antifa was down there, okay? I can see Denver Post is not going to be fair and honest on this one. Cool. Glad I remember some things. Denver District Attorney Beth McCann, it's always a woman. Oh my God. Earlier this month confirmed she planned to dismiss the second-degree murder charge against Dolloff during Monday's hearing, saying prosecutors could not disprove his claim that he fired in self-defense. Really? Huh? All of the information surrounding the situation, okay, that couldn't get over the barrier of self-defense. It couldn't disprove one of the 5 elements of self-defense. It was such an ironclad defense. That is a dog shit lie. Liar. Denver District Judge Brian Whitney granted the request on Monday. Lee Keltner's sister, Susan Keltner, 48, protested in front of the Lindsay Flanagan Courthouse for hours in the snow Monday with a small group of Keltner supporters who were upset that McCann dropped the murder charge. Words can't constitute being shot in the face. Oh, right, he was shot in the face, not the chest. She said a slap in the face doesn't constitute murder either. Yeah, exactly. On the day of the shooting, Dolloff was working as a security guard for 9 News, although he was not licensed to do so. He lied to either become a security guard or well, actually both things can be true at the same time. He lied to become a security guard because he was a left-wing activist and he was out there to cause trouble that day by provoking the situation. Police kept attendees at the 2 opposing demonstrations separate for most of the day until events began to wind down, and that's when Keltner and a counter-protester got into an argument near the Denver Art Museum. 9 News producer was filming the argument, with Dolloff providing security, when Keltner suddenly turned his attention to the producer and demanded him stop filming. Dolloff stepped in between the two and physically blocked Keltner. Then, in a seconds-long confrontation that was captured frame by Denver Post photographer, Keltner slapped Dolloff in the face, and Dolloff pulled a gun from his belt and shot Keltner as Keltner discharged bear spray at Dolloff. Dolloff was immediately arrested, and he argued since the start of the case that he acted in self-defense. One of the other pillars of self-defense is a reasonable fear for your life. It was, as you can see, the still there, it's in broad daylight. What Keltner is holding in his hands looks nothing at all like a firearm. Okay, you can clearly see that there's a trigger. You can clearly see that there's a canister below his hand. Okay, that is the only thing that happens in the situation. Everybody is backing up. Everybody is backing off. Okay, you got slapped in the face. You are 32 years old. Okay, there is a reasonable degree of certainty that, considering the situations, all of the surrounding events, there are multiple people around. Nobody is going to escalate the situation any further than that. Should the slap have taken place? Of course not. Should Dolloff have been a dink? No, of course not. Does anybody deserve to die in this situation? Absolutely not. Are there elements of self-defense there? Yes, of course. Should a court have heard this argument and then left up for a jury to decide? Absolutely. There was far more video evidence, and there was a far more obvious case of self-defense for Kyle Rittenhouse. Every single one of those charges brought against Kyle Rittenhouse was more of a comprehensive and obvious case of self-defense right there than this right here. This was broad daylight, okay? There's an obvious can that was there. There was a motivated party who was there to interact with protesters, okay? He wanted this confrontation to happen. But as it stands right now, there will be no justice for the Keltner family. But as you can see, just off to the side as well, crime continues to go up in Denver because, hey, guess what? Blue City's gonna Blue City. And I don't know, maybe if Lee Keltner was a quicker draw and he wasn't carrying bear mace, and he instead was equally equipped for the confrontation that was initiated by Dolloff. By the way, go back and watch the video and see it for yourself. Maybe he would also be getting off with these charges because, hey, self-defense, that guy pulled a gun and the other guy pulled a bear mace downwind. All right, then. That's the current state. Self-defense cases. Listen, you got one enshrined in Florida, and then you have another one just... I can't even begin to understand the justification for this one, but them be the breaks sometimes. Hopefully, Keltner family finds peace or continues to pursue charges at some level, because a court should be hearing this case. And even if he does, this is Dolloff, by the way, even if he does find a reasonable degree of self-defense, it should be for some court to decide. This is just bonkers, batshit nuts. With all that said, thank you all very much for the gift of your time. I've been Don Consuelo. Let's just follow your gut and get after it. Take care, everyone.